Hey everybody, welcome back to Ozark Mountain Goats. I am Josie, and if you're new to our channel, we raise Nigerian dwarf goats. So we've been gone most of the day and I need to get out here and check on the critters, see how everybody's doing. So what's everybody up to? Girls, there's our little girl Maya and Lily Bell. Who we got over here? And that's our pretty girl, Luna. And there's Charo. You've been taking a nap, Charo? We are actually weaning Sylvie. As you know, she is a daughter of Fancy. She needs to be weaned. So we have taken Fancy off of milk test. And the reason she needs to be weaned is that we need to use this area very soon, actually next month, to do some breeding. We'll start breeding in October. So to give Sylvie a companion, we put Candy and Casey over there. Can't split up Candy and Casey, so Sylvie gets two companions. We kept Juliet over here with the big girls though. What you girls doing, huh? So Sylvie has been separated from Mama Fancy for about maybe 10 days or so. The first 24 to 48 hours was kind of rough. A lot of crying on both sides, mom and baby, but gosh, she's doing great. They talk to each other once in a while, but there's no more crying. She's happy, although they would like to be reunited with the rest of the herd. Fancy is nearly dried up, so I think just a few more days and we'll be able to put them back together. And check out the doghouse that I got. Isn't that cool? So I got this on Facebook Marketplace, and the neat thing about this doghouse is, hop down, that it opens up for easy cleaning. So Jim ordered me a couple of hinge type things to keep the lid open. It'll stay open on its own, but I'm afraid one of the kids or something might bump it and someone end up getting hurt or squished. So anyway, I thought that was a pretty cool find. I think I paid about 50 bucks for it. But another thing I really like about it is that all the edges have metal so that they're not going to be chewing on them or anything. Anyway, they love this thing. They're constantly up here climbing around and wrestling and playing with each other. So this is Candy. She was born in February. She may or may not be bred this winter. Not really sure yet. Maybe in December. I think right now she weighs about 35 pounds. We like for our girls to be 45 to 50 pounds at least before we breed them. I doubt that Sylvie will make it. She's about 25 pounds maybe. For sure, I know that Juliet will be bred. I weighed her this week and she weighed, I think, 44 pounds, so she'll be plenty big enough. Little Casey's slightly smaller than Candy here, so I don't know if she'll be ready. I think she will by December. I mean, it's only early September, so we got a little ways yet. But they're all so sweet. We just love them. Gosh, they're growing so fast though. And Candy cracks me up. She's so jealous. She's really headstrong. But she just beats the heck out of Sylvie all the time because she doesn't want Sylvie giving me too much attention. Isn't that right? So I've been busy trying to keep track of everybody's heat cycle, but I'm having a hard time this year. The only one that I'm pretty sure of is Roxy and Luna. The rest of them, I don't know. Maybe after we dry them up, it'll be easier to tell when they're in heat, but I just haven't been able to pinpoint their heat cycle very well this summer. Are you chewing on me? Come here. Sylvie is such a pistol. She's so loving. Look at her. She headbutts her or she'll bite her just to get her out of my lap. Won't ya? Are you jealous? Boy, we've had some good weather lately. We had such a brutal summer and spring. Spring was wet, so wet. And then summer was, oh, I don't know, 105 degrees for about 3 months. So we've had some fantastic fall weather so far, even though it's technically not fall yet. It's been 60s at night and 80s during the day and just picture perfect. So nice. Jim and I actually tried to go to an orchard today, but when we got there, they didn't have any apples yet. The weather's kind of got everybody behind by 2 or 3 weeks. So we're hoping maybe in a couple of weeks we can get back over there and get some apples. I want to try freeze drying some apples. Speaking of freeze drying, boy, we're doing all kinds of great stuff. We've done pork loin and chicken and hamburger and deer meat and vegetables, hash browns, eggs. So that thing has run non-stop since we brought it home. We actually had to go into town to pick it up from the FedEx driver because they can't get an 18-wheeler up our road. We live out in the sticks on a gravel road. So we met him in town and it was no big deal. So far, the freeze dryer is just working like a champ. We've not had any problems or issues with it. So the plan is to breed 2 or 3 of our girls a month. The months of October, November, and December. So maybe Roxy, Maya, and Charo in October, then Fancy and Luna, and Juliet in November, and then Casey and Candy in December, if they're big enough. It'll be exciting. The boys look horrible. Oh my gosh. Especially Apollo, because he's so light colored. The urine shows up on him, and man, he is a mess. Everybody loves it when I get out and cut them some branches and stuff, especially the boys, because they have more of a dry paddock and they don't really have any bushes or anything much to snack on other than the hay that we feed them. So I'm going to have to get out and get them some branches cut. Hi, babies. Hello, girls. Hello, girls. what you boys think. They sure like those oak leaves. Yes, they do. Look at the back of Apollo's legs, how orange-brown they are. Rust-colored, I guess. And his face is even worse. We've had to doctor him several times. We just put some bag balm on it because it gets so excoriated from all the urine scald. Well, you boys enjoy those leaves, and I gotta go take some to the girls. Say hi to the chickens first, though. The girls know I cut them fresh branches, and they're over there hollering at me. They're wanting theirs. Hey, you pretty chickens. Since you girls can't go out in the pasture, I'll just throw some down for you. Aren't those good? I usually feed the big girls their branches out in the pasture. Gets them off their butts, for one thing. They tend to lounge around a lot. They're so spoiled. Boy, they love those oak leaves. Is that good? Is that good, little Sylvie? Yum. They'll have those leaves pulled off of there in no time. I'll come back and it'll just be a bare branch. I guess I better go take care of the big girls. Boy, they're all waiting. You liking that, Charo? Charo and Juliet? It's funny, they run back and forth from one branch to the next, fighting for the best spot. Maya, you be nice. That's okay, we got plenty. Isn't that right, Juliet? I try to cut half a dozen or so. That way I can spread them out and they're not all fighting over the same one. Because they will do that, trust me. Give them some variety in their diet. It's funny, these girls do not like tall grasses. So even though we let the pasture grow up, when we do, they just won't go out in it. So I guess Jim's going to have to come and mow tomorrow so that we can get them outside more. Now this area over here is pretty sparse, but that area over in there is really tall. And come mid-October, we're going to be moving them to this other twin pasture. So I know they won't go out in it unless we knock that down a little bit. And he tries to keep it as tall as he can, as tall as the mower will let him. It's best if you can let the grasses grow up to be at least 6 or 8 inches tall, just because of the worm population. They survive down next to the ground, but gosh, with ours, it's just hard to let it grow tall. So we're going to knock it down, and it'll still be much taller than, say, our yard grass, but it will at least allow them to get out in it without being so freaked out. I don't know if it's fear of predators when they get into the tall grasses or what it is with these girls, but they just won't venture out. What do you think, Lilybell? Is that pretty good stuff? You gonna share with Luna? So thanks for watching, everybody. Be sure and check back for more updates on our breeding plans for this fall, hopefully starting by the middle of October. And as always, we will catch you later.